Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to use the clues, and then you're going to try the one I gave you on your own, which is a little bit harder. Okay, so the premise is that these four siblings went trick-or-treating and they got candy. And then they came home and counted it. We need to figure out who wore what costume, and we also need to figure out based on clues. Okay, so it says Jane has more candy than the witch. Okay, so here's Jane. And more candy means that she couldn't have gotten the lowest amount. So we know that Jane did not get 82 pieces of candy. And that tells us whoever the witch is. And here's the column for the witch. And we go down. Means that we know that whoever the witch is did not get the most candy. So right now we just know that Jane didn't get 82 and the witch didn't get 250. So we used up that clue for a moment. We also know one more thing. Sorry, Jane is not the witch. And the witch is not Jane. Dracula had the least amount of candy. So whoever's Dracula is definitely got the 82, which means if Dracula got 82, the witch could not have gotten 82. And that means Dracula could not have gotten any of those. So we also know that Jane is not Dracula. Okay, so this one we know. Jane and the superhero, so Jane is not a superhero, had more candy than Lucas and Dracula. Okay, so if Jane has more than Lucas, we definitely know she didn't get 175 because that's two people that are definitely below her. And we know now that Jane has to be the pirate. And it says Jane and the superhero had more candy than Lucas and Dracula, which means the superhero would not have gotten the two lowest. And that Lucas and Dracula could not be in the top two, but we already know who Dracula was. So since Dracula definitely got 82, we know Lucas is not Dracula. So since Lucas is not Dracula, we know that he didn't get 82. He had to have gotten 175. And each time I go, I put X's once I find one for sure. I put X's in the rest of the boxes so I know I can't use those up. So right here, since I know Jane is the pirate, I can eliminate. And that helps me kind of narrow things down. So I'm going to do one more clue. Stan was not the superhero. So Stan isn't the superhero. Then we also know, what about Stan? Okay. Since Jane and the superhero had more candy than Lucas and Dracula, so going back to that other clue, we know that if Stan is not the superhero, then Jane and the only other person that we can think of, which would be Maria, Jane and Maria had to have gotten more candy than Lucas and Dracula because Lucas got less candy. So let's see. So we already know Lucas got 175 and 82 was Dracula. So we know that it's Maria had to have been in the top two as well, which leaves us with Stan getting 82, which means Stan is Dracula. Okay, so as you go through, you eliminate, and through process of elimination, you'll end up figuring out who's wearing what and what costume they wore. So in yours is a little bit harder, but try and do what you can. Thanks.